Hey guys, Brian the Shaving Geek here, and this is not an episode of my shave of the day because today I didn't shave. I didn't shave yesterday. Snowstorm yesterday, so an early start out pushing snow and then barely made it to work. Today a very early start, so haven't shaved the last couple of days, so not doing a shave of the day. Actually very excited because I have this soap from Santa Maria del Fiore in Firenze from Razor Rock. Alright, that's my really bad Italian accent there, but got this queued up. Very excited about this. This is on loan to me from my buddy Jeremy, so we'll be talking about that tomorrow. But today, what I wanted to do is I was inspired by a young lady by the name of Erica, who commented on one of my videos. I think it was on my auto strap video. And she just said how much she enjoyed hearing about how my shave went. And I thought, well, this is kind of odd. It's a lady wet shaver, and what do I have to kind of offer a lady wet shaver? And so I went and checked out her channel, and I'll link to it below, and started watching some of her videos. And her first video is entitled My Wet Shaving Story. And in it she tells about a little bit about how she got into traditional wet shaving, and it seems like she was inspired by a man by the name of Peter. She couldn't remember his last name, but she said he's well known in the shaving community and he has a lot of enthusiasm, which leads me to believe that it's probably Mr. Peter Charkalis, but I don't know that for sure. But she shared her story and kind of what got her into wet shaving and how his passion as she started watching other videos, how it really interested her and intrigued her. And then she also talked a little bit about a condition she has where she's for one reason or another losing hair and got some bald spots here on either side of her head, and so she has this really cool kind of mohawk hairdo going on, which is actually it's kind of by necessity. And so anyhow, it's very interesting, and so it inspired me. And so today what I want to do is I want to share my wet shaving story and kind of the products that I got started with, and hopefully maybe this will inspire some of you. So I'm going to tag a couple of guys and ask them to shave their wet shaving story. So for me, what got me into traditional wet shaving? There was a couple of things. First of all, a roommate of mine from my college days had posted a couple things about traditional wet shaving, and so that really kind of piqued my interest a little bit. Secondly was the article on Art of Manliness on how to shave like your grandpa, which that also got me kind of interested in thinking that way. And the third thing was my desire to save money. One of the things that I always hated shaving. And I would shave once a week, whether I needed it or not, maybe twice if I had a hot date. But other than that, I just avoided it. I found the razors, I didn't like them. And part of that was because I found the blades to be so expensive that I would push them way beyond their useful life. And I might as well have shaved with a butter knife. I didn't really care for the gels and whatnot. I just absolutely hated it. And so I got into it because I wanted to save money, and I was kind of looking for an enjoyable experience to boot. And so I'm wanting to say it was maybe 4 years ago this Christmas. It may be 3, but I think it was 4 years ago this Christmas. I asked for a traditional wet shaving setup from my family for Christmas. And so my wife and son bought me this Edwin Jagger DE89 and this Escali brush. And my brother, Eric, we were changing names at that time, and he had my name, and he bought this Taylor of Old Bond Street Sandalwood shaving cream. Now, this is not my original one. I actually Titanic the original tub of this, But I loved it so much, I went and bought it again, and this is something that I will always have in my den, although there's other products that I love far more than this now. There's just a certain nostalgia that I have for this scent. Whew, I absolutely love it, and so glad to have it in my den. And so that's where I started. I started with these three things: the Ascali brush, Badger brush, this DE89, and this sandalwood shaving cream. Now, this Ascali brush rarely gets any use anymore. I found other brushes that I absolutely love far more than this. So much scritch in this brush, but I get it out every once in a while just on account of because this DE89, still one of my favorite, a go-to razor for me. I have probably 50 some odd razors in my den, still in the top 5. And like I said, I still like this, although it definitely is not in my top 5, top 10 soaps, creams, whatever in my den. It's still something that I enjoy, and like I said, I get it out for nostalgia's sake. But that's my wet shaving story. You know, after I got into this, I was led to Badger and Blade, the forum on Badger and Blade, which led me to the Facebook groups. And Badger and Blade had a private Facebook group, and then they decided to make it public. And I didn't really want my friends seeing all of my wet shaving conversations, so I went looking for other private Facebook groups, which led me to Shave the Man, and let me see, what are some of the other ones I'm a part of? The Shave Market, which is the one where I'm probably the most active these days. Razor and Brush, another one where I'm fairly active, but not as much as I used to be. And Shavette World. Just so many great Facebook groups. Made so many great friends. Guys that I've gotten together with in real life, meetups that I've gone to. And so this has really become more than just a hobby. I found a community. I found a great group of people that I absolutely love interacting with. And you know, it was great. Just this week, had the opportunity to be a part of another fundraiser in one of the groups where you know, a fellow wet shaver had some difficult times, and people donated stuff, you know, and we raised some money to help them out. And I've just found a community with a great group of people with just a wonderful spirit. And kind of the way I summed it up is wet shaving is what drew us together, but the spirit, the community, is what keeps us. And that's what I found. Yeah, every once in a while we have you know, the bit of drama that pops up, happens in real life with families. You gotta expect it. You know, have differences of opinions, but at the end of the day, it's still a great group of people, and I just absolutely am thankful to be a part of the wet shaving community. And so this is my wet shaving story. What is yours? Brian the Shaving Geek reporting live from my shave den, wishing you a lifetime of happy shaves. Have a great day, everybody.